The air was thick with tension as Victoria Langston, the iron-fisted president of the Willow Creek Homeowners Association, stormed up my gravel driveway, her designer heels clicking like a countdown to war. She jabbed a manicured finger at my great-grandfather's 150-year-old barn, her voice slicing through the quiet morning. "That rotting heap is poisoning our pristine community. You hear me, you lowlife?" she spat, her eyes glinting with malice. Two police officers stepped onto my property just as she delivered her ultimatum, their radios crackling ominously. Victoria thought she had me cornered, but what unfolded next was a twist so wild it turned her world upside down. The officer's radio buzzed, and he fixed her with a hard stare. "Ma'am, a prison cell might suit you better than this neighborhood." Suddenly, the predator became the prey, and Victoria's carefully constructed empire began to crumble. How did it come to this? Let me take you back to the moment my life changed forever. 3 weeks earlier, Ethan Tran, a 29-year-old freelance app developer, rolled into Willow Creek to settle my grandfather's estate. His 50-acre farm, a patchwork of memories from my childhood, was mine now, and I planned to tidy up, grab a few keepsakes, and sell the place. But as my tires crunched along the familiar driveway, a pang of nostalgia hit me. The farmhouse looked weathered, smaller than I remembered, but the barn built in 1874 by my great-great-grandfather, an immigrant from Vietnam, stood like a sentinel of history. Its silver-gray beams whispered tales of resilience, and inside, I traced my grandfather's initials carved into a central post. His voice echoed in my mind. "The greatest treasures hide in plain sight, Ethan. When trouble comes, this barn will guide you." Lost in reverie, I barely noticed the sharp click of heels until Victoria Langston appeared, flanked by two suited men who looked more like enforcers than HOA reps. Her crisp blazer and icy demeanor screamed control, and she wasted no time. "You're the grandson," she said, her tone dripping with disdain. "I'm Victoria Langston, and that barn is a public health hazard. It's coming down." She shoved a folder at me, stuffed with citations and legal threats my grandfather had ignored for years. Structural hazards, air quality violations, fines that could bankrupt a small nationate was a bureaucratic assault. "He never mentioned this," I said, my mind racing. Victoria's smile was razor-sharp. "Your grandfather was a fool clinging to a dead past. This is a luxury community now, not a farm. That barn violates 12 county ordinances." One of her goons handed me a purchase offer, an insultingly low sum for 50 acres of prime land, laced with clauses about environmental remediation. I pushed it back. "You want my family's legacy for pennies?" Her mask slipped, revealing a predatory glint. "Holding on to fairy tales about hidden treasures won't help you, Mr. Tran. Sell, or face consequences." Her mention of treasures struck a chord. Me grandfather's stories about the barn's secrets, dismissed as old man ramblings, suddenly felt real. "I'm keeping the property," I said, and her smile turned venomous. "You'll regret this. And your grandfather's convenient death? Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself." The threat hung in the air as she stormed off, leaving me with a sinking feeling I'd just declared war. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I spotted a carving on the barn's eastern beam. Count 47 steps from the northeast post when Victoria comes knocking. My grandfather had foreseen this, and a chill of excitement and dread coursed through me. Flashlight in hand, I counted the steps, landing on a patch of unremarkable dirt. 3 hours of digging later, my shovel hit metallo-rusted tin box wrapped in oilcloth. Inside wasn't just sentimental trinkets, but a bombshell. Geological surveys from 1987 revealing a rare earth mineral deposit worth $80 million beneath my land. Neodymium, dysprosium, critical for tech and defense, explained Victoria's obsession. But the box held more. Photos of Victoria meeting shady figures, receipts for geological tests, and my grandfather's notes detailing her harassment. One entry from 2022 chilled me. Victoria offered to buy the land. When I refused, she said life would get hard. Her smile was pure evil. Another noted, "Well, water tastes off." Testing it. Saw Victoria near the property with a chemical truck. My grandfather's sudden decline, blamed on age, now screamed foul play. As Victoria's harassment escalated, police raids over fake drug labs, livestock complaints. Even an absurd claim I was running an illegal garage. She unwittingly gave me time to act. A call from Detective Laura Nguyen of the FBI's Financial Crimes Division changed everything. Mr. Tran, we're investigating Victoria Langston for money laundering through real estate fraud. Your grandfather contacted us before his death. His evidence, combined with mine, painted Victoria as a mid-level operative in a criminal network targeting valuable land. She'd poisoned my grandfather with paraquat, a slow-acting toxin, to silence him before he could testify. His final video, hidden in the barn, broke my heart. Ethan, if you're seeing this, Victoria killed me. Everything you need is here. Don't mourn, fight. Our family's future is worth it. Victoria's desperation peaked when she falsely reported me as a terrorist, claiming I was building bombs in the barn. The FBI, wiretapping her phone, caught every word. When police and a bomb squad arrived, I stayed calm, knowing Detective Nguyen was watching. The search found no explosives but uncovered Victoria's illegal surveillance devices in the rafters. Then Victoria herself rolled up in a Mercedes, armed and ranting, oblivious to the federal agents swarming my property. I've invested too much to let this kid ruin it, she screamed, detailing her crimes before a dozen witnesses. Handcuffs snapped on her wrists as Detective Nguyen listed her charges: murder, conspiracy, money laundering. Victoria's final threat, "More dangerous people know where you live," echoed as she was hauled away. Her arrest triggered a federal firestorm. Raids across 12 states nabbed 43 conspirators, exposing $600 million in laundered funds. Victoria confessed to 15 murders, including my grandfather's, using paraquat to mimic natural death. My grandfather's hidden blood samples proved it. His sacrifice had toppled an international crime syndicate. Using the land's mineral rights, sold fairly to the government, I founded the Daniel Tran Heritage Fund to protect families from predatory schemes. The barn, once Victoria's target, now houses a community center educating thousands. Victoria, serving 25 years, sent me a confession naming other criminals, leading to more arrests. Her empire of fear collapsed, but her final threat lingers. Dangerous forces may still lurk. As I stand in the barn, my grandfather's voice whispers, "Justice arrives slowly, but it arrives." Courage, not fear, defines our fight.